Oh yeah, shit. Can you get me that? Thank you, baby. I know you can hear me right now. Just give me a second. Give me a second now. I forgot I have to do some stuff real quick. All right. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're getting going. We're getting going. I just got to do one more thing real quick. Oh, you all right? You okay? You stubbed your toe, didn't you? My wife just stubbed her toe. Pray for us. My wife just stubbed her toe. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're here. Thank you, baby. What is going on, everybody? How we doing today? Hope you're having a good Sunday. All right, what's going on? Joe Buttslasher, Some Brave Apollo, Peach Boy Official, Musta X1, Ethan Anand, codename number 9988, Heath Holloway, and Joe Buttslasher again. All right, how we doing? We doing okay? I sure hope so. I have the AC on right now. Let me know if you can hear that in the background. If you can, I'll go ahead and I'll shut it off. Yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day today, at least so far. I've been chilling. I've been chilling today. I've been taking it easy, you know. I'm kind of slowly but surely getting back into regular life. I got to go back to the gym tomorrow. Back to training people. I say go to the gym. I mean, go to training people and stuff like that. Obviously I missed that, but it feels weird having to go back to normal life. I was talking with Sam yesterday. We were in the tank. We were in the cell, actually. And he said that he feels rudderless, right? And I know. I feel that same way, too, you know? Excuse me. Snort caffeine. That's what I'll do. There's caffeine in the Coca-Cola. I could just, like, go there. Um, Yes, Schlutz McGee, thank you very much. Bureaucrat, thank you very much. I hope everybody's doing all right. Okay, we're getting to the point where there's more people in the chat than I can really keep up with. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much. Man, let's just get right into it. Something happened yesterday. In fact, a couple of things happened yesterday. For one thing, Richard Simmons died. Okay, and people cared about that for, I want to say, all of like 5 to 10 minutes before Trump ended up getting shot in the fucking ear. That is absolutely insane. I'm sure I don't have to be the one to tell you how crazy that is, but I think it bears repeating. I think it bears repeating, right? Um, that is just wow, you know. But honestly, how many of us expected that? I did, right? And it makes sense that it would come now, right? I'm not really a politics guy. I don't want to be I'm not trying to be like, a Chad Destiny or anything like that, right? Um, but like, I mean, hey, Paul, like, that's a huge thing when a political figure almost gets assassinated and stuff like that. Um, it's no surprise to me that it came now because before they didn't necessarily have to. There was the 2020 election where everything was above board at all times, of course. Of course, they beat them fair and square in the 2020 election. We all know that. That's a fact. Don't even question it. Don't even question it. Okay? That's one of two things you never question ever, okay? Um like they knew that they didn't have to resort to that, but now Biden is so far fucking gone, and they're stuck with him. They can't replace him with anybody, so they're like, oh, let's just see if we can get rid of the competition, right? Yeah, like literally everyone predicted it. Like, I see people who are like, oh, well, dude, it's crazy. He got shot in the ear and then he said he was going to go to the UFC card. I don't know if he was at the UFC card last night. I didn't end up watching that. I got home too late. But like, even if he wasn't, he got up this morning and he went golfing. And it's like, well, yeah, I mean, you got to think. If anything, this is probably more of a relief for him than it is like some big surprise, right? I'm sure he's been waiting for it to happen, and now it's finally happened, and he's like, "Oh man, finally! That's a load off my fucking back. Let's go play a round of golf. Why don't we play a round of golf? Celebrate. Well, fucking cheers. We'll celebrate. It finally happened. I survived. I'm all good. My ears a little now, but whatever. Who cares, right? That really is like stupendous, though. and he handled it. Excuse me. He handled it exactly the way that he should, meaning like politically. Kind of he honestly, the only other way that you could like the only other person you could compare that to would be Teddy Roosevelt. He ended up getting shot, and he didn't die because he had a thick ass speech, like a speech like that fucking thick in his jacket at the time, and the bullet hit the speech and was slowed down enough as to where when it penetrated his body, it didn't do like enough damage to really threaten his life. And instead of like going to get patched up or whatever, he gave the speech, and then he ended up pulling up his jacket and he's like, "You can't kill a bull moose." That's like one of the most famous Teddy Roosevelt speeches or lines. No, I think that was Franklin Roosevelt who said the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. I'm pretty sure that was Franklin Roosevelt. But Teddy Roosevelt, like one of his most famous moments was that Bull Moose speech, because he was a member of the Bull Moose Party, which was kind of like it just was a third party back then. And he pulled enough votes from I forget who else was running in that election. He pulled enough votes in that election to get who I believe was Woodrow Wilson elected. I believe it was Wilson ended up getting elected because like Teddy Roosevelt ran as a third party and he pulled a ton of votes from Wilson's opposition. Oh, Taft. Yeah. Yeah. Excuse me. And if Roosevelt, fuck man, I inhaled some soda that was left in my mouth that I didn't swallow. Anyway, yeah, it was Taft running. I won't bother looking it up. Basically, like Taft would have won that election if Roosevelt didn't run as a third party. That's basically what happened. But yeah, like Donald Trump basically did the Teddy Roosevelt thing, right? And I don't see how he could lose the election. I'm not the only one saying this. In fact, I'm probably one of the least famous people saying this right now. But yeah, I mean, like that was as it couldn't have been handled any better. The only way Trump could have handled it better is if he popped back up, reached into his fucking coat, pulled out his own burner, and started shooting back. That's the only way that optically that could have been handled better. The only way, right? And then the hood really would have, like, the hood really would be voting for Trump. If he did that, that'd be the final straw. You'd see black people become Republicans overnight. It had just happened. It had just happened like it was nothing, right? Um, Man, that was crazy though. We can go ahead. We'll look at Twitter because excuse me, there's some edits and stuff. We'll also look at the original thing as well. I'm sure it's still trending. It would surprise me if it's not still trending. Why is there porn on my shit? Look at hold on. One sec. Why is this bullshit here? What is going on here? That's ridiculous. Biden urges caution. Shut up, Biden. Shut up. Hold on. Let's listen to this just to see.
Motive of the shooter.
Sorry about that.
We know who he is.
Hold on.
We don't yet have any information about the motive of the shooter. We know who he is. I urge everyone, please, don't make assumptions about his motives or his affiliations. Let the FBI do their job and their partner agencies do their job. We don't yet have any information.
Yeah, that's what I want to do is trust those guys. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're probably right. I should be careful. Excuse me. I'll go ahead and I will. One moment. I'm just gonna type in Trump. You know. Excuse me. I want to find a good video of it. course, there's like there's no good videos of it. It's all like the aftermath, which I mean I don't think is like a bad thing necessarily. Um, uh, man, oh yeah, you know what? We should take a look at this too. We should definitely take a look at this too. The man who was killed at the Trump rally has been identified as Corey Comparatori. I would assume it's Comparatori. A former fire chief. He reportedly shielded his wife and daughter from the gunshots with his body. Please pray for this man's family. Hero. Yes, that is yeah, as crazy and as like badass as the Trump thing was, right? Unfortunately, somebody did catch a stray, which that's awful. That sucks, you know. Look at this shit though. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm going to mute that. 50 Cent. This was in Boston last night. This was in Boston, like literally last night. 50 Cent had this thrown together on like a couple hours notice, and he's like, "All right, let's do it." Look at this. Trump gets shot, and now I'm trending. I mean, you could have been a little, you could have been a little less heavy-handed with it, 50. I guess that, but this is crazy. I love the hell out of that. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh, of course, fucking, it's an edit with all right, whatever. We'll go ahead. We'll go ahead. We'll take a look at this. You see, like that right there is like, you didn't get me. You didn't get me. I'm not afraid. We're gonna keep on fighting. These Secret Service agents, as well as fucking short stuff right here. I don't know who she thinks she's gonna protect, but these Secret Service agents are trying to be like, hey, we got to get you out of here. We got to keep you down. And he's just like, nah, fuck that. We got it. Like, no, that is amazing. That is great. That's fantastic. I love the hell out of that. Oh, 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 uh-oh, 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 what's this? Uh-oh, hmm, hmm, hmm. Oh, you can hear. Hold on, hold on. You can hear him a little bit. I didn't even realize. We'll go back. I mean, we know what he's saying, but I'll turn this like way up. Hell yeah, dude. You can hear him like, wait, 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 wait. Man, that's so badass, dude. That's so great. That was fantastic, bro. You know. Um White boy summer in full effect. Exactly. It's white boy summer, baby. She said, "Oh yeah." Um Look that up for the weirdest shit related. Oh, Shooter was in a BlackRock video. Look that up for the weirdest shit related. Like, is it confirmed that it was him? Because like it's real easy. This is why I wasn't all over it yesterday. Like, I thought about streaming yesterday just because this is such big news. Like I said, even though I'm not a politics guy, I was like, oh, maybe I should stream and like talk about this. But then I realized, like, wait a second, what's gonna happen? We're gonna jump on. We're gonna make a bunch of assumptions and shit like that. There was one guy who ended up trolling, right? He's some like Reddit tier, like, aha, I'm too cool for school type guy. But really, he's just like a freak. He's one of those guys nobody really likes. You can see it. You can see it in the way that he speaks and the way that he looks and shit like that. Dysgenic. Um, Fucking he was trolling because he kind of apparently looked like the shooter. Like, and a lot of people believed it until he came out and was like, it's not me, haha, you got the wrong guy. That's how he was. I don't like, I don't want to just assume. I don't want to just be like, oh yes, it must be yeah, it must be the same guy. Laura Loomer's Twitter, not confirmed as far as I know. Yes, Laura Loomer, the bastion of unbiased truth. Yes, Laura Loomer. I trust her. Anyway, what's going on, Impact? Looks like the shooter had fetal alcohol syndrome, dude. Yeah, that's a crazy look when you learn how to identify it. Like, I was talking to my wife about this chick in middle school. Not to veer too far off. There was this chick in middle school. I had a crush on her. She had a really weird face, but it was hormones, and like, she was the girl who smoked cigarettes in the 7th grade, right? So I'm hormonal as fuck. I'm like, oh, she smokes cigarettes. That means she's loose, right? You have these like stupid ass 7th grade like thoughts where you're like, that means she's loose. That means maybe she'll make out with me with tongue, you know? Um like I didn't learn like the I didn't learn what fetal alcohol syndrome looks like until many years later. And then I happened to see her Facebook page one day and I was like, wow, that is really bad. I'm not even like trying to make fun of her right now either. That's tragic that she would be born like that, but it was just like, whoa, man, that is wild. Yes, okay. This is hold on. So this right here, I want to talk about this a little bit, right? We'll go ahead and we'll watch it and I'll talk about it. So here's Trump. Here's Sniper. We're going to watch it a couple of times. Okay. So, all right, we're going to watch it again, okay? Watch Trump, okay? Then we're going to watch the Sniper, okay? We're watching Trump right now. All right, now we're going to watch the Sniper, okay? Watching the Sniper. So, people were all over this Sniper, right? I gotta cut him some slack. I gotta be honest with you. Like, the way I see it, I think we should cut him just a little bit of slack. All right, because for one thing, Trump is fine. All right, like I said, the dude's playing golf right now. He got up immediately and he started throwing salutes. Salutes. No, but like, imagine you're a sniper who protects high value targets, or not, not high value targets. That implies something different. But high value individuals, right? VIPs, very important individuals, particularly presidents and things like that. You sit here for 15 years of your career, right? I don't know how old this dude is, whatever. You sit here for like your whole career. You're always looking around. There's nothing going on, right? I'm sure there's close calls where it's like there's some guy who looks suspicious, but he just looks weird. It's not that he's actually doing anything weird, because like you can look weird without actually being a threat, right? And of course they're gonna take that serious and they're gonna like discern, like, okay, do I think he's actually up to something right now, right? Then out of nowhere, one random Saturday in Pennsylvania, it's rally, it's speech number 537 that you've covered, and there has not been a single incident, okay? And then all of a sudden you see this weird, like, again, someone said fetal alcohol syndrome looking kid on a roof. And you're like, wait, what? Huh? What's going on? What? Huh? What? Huh? What's going on? Like, you'd probably be lulled into a false sense of security there. And you would want to make absolutely positively sure you're making the right choice. Because if that kid didn't actually have a gun, if he it just looked like he had a gun, he had like a plank of wood that he was like, playing around with or something like that, and you ended up shooting him, that's your ass, right? So people are kind of shitting on this guy right here, and I think there's a spotter right there. They're kind of shitting on him, and it's like, okay, I get it, you want to make sure the president's okay, and you would think that they would be a little bit more aggressive when it comes to taking shots at people and stuff like that. But honestly, like, can you really blame them, And then in addition to that, these guys don't just work alone. It's not like there's all these cops and they don't have radios and Secret Service is just hanging out talking to each other. No, like, they're on the radio. They're probably saying like, oh, there's a guy on a roof over there. I think he might have a gun. Should I take the shot? And then they're waiting for like everybody else to get on the same page and be like, huh? Guy on the roof, gun. Should he take the shot? Where? Over there? Is that a gun? Oh yeah, shit, I think it's a gun. Yeah, take shot, right? That's probably partially what was going down there, you know? Just because the president's around, it doesn't mean that these snipers have the right to just, like, kill anybody who looks vaguely threatening. And, again, like, because we're sitting here, because, like, they're sitting here, right? Because they're sitting here and it's, like, rally number whatever, where absolutely positively no incidents occurred other than maybe, like, a shoving match between some people. I could understand, you know, I could understand, right? Um, do you think Trump will have nightmares from this event? Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure, like, he's doing a really good job playing it off. He's doing a really, really good job playing it cool. Like I said, there was probably a degree of it that was like relief. There was probably a certain amount that was like, oh, all right, like, you know, I knew it was going to happen at some point. It finally happened. Now I guess I can move on from it. You know, everything's fine. You know, my ear's a little fucked up. Fine, whatever. Who cares? Um, like, I have a feeling that he kind of felt that way about it at least a little bit. But then on top of that, um, like that he probably will, you know, he probably will have some kind of issue regarding it. You know, I'm sure his security is going to be beefed up. He's going to play it off very well, and you know, who could blame him, you know? uh this was telegraphed for weeks now. De Niro was doing his rounds a few weeks back. Taxi driver, I'm going schizo, but trust me. Well, I mean, it's crazy, the like after this happened, you saw all these videos resurfacing of people who are like, we need to take him out of office. You know, people saying that we need to. I think Biden said they needed to put him in a bullseye, and it's like, what do you mean by that? I've never heard someone say that. You know, um, like it happens all the time, but it especially happens with Trump. Like I remember I was watching this thing in like 2020, like late 2020. It was after the totally free and fair election that went down, where there was nothing weird going on, and Biden won fair and square. Um, there was this chick, I don't even remember who she was, but she was like, "We need to take Biden out, beat of office." And it's like, yeah. We know what you meant. We know what you meant. We know what you meant by that. We know. We got it. We got it, you know? Um like, I'm not even saying it's just like a one side issue, but like it's definitely mostly a left wing, like, calling for violence implicitly issue, or explicitly but then hiding it behind their own version of in Minecraft, you know? But of course, we know nothing's going to happen to those people, you know? You see people on Twitter who are like, you remember the last guy who said this? He's in jail. And it's like, yeah, because he had the wrong political beliefs. He had the wrong political opinions. Those people who are calling it towards Trump, they have the right political beliefs. So nothing's going to happen to them. You know, nothing's going to happen to them at all. So, you know, it's that's just the way it is. You know, that's why I don't do politics in the first place. It's not that I don't pay any attention. I pay a lot less attention than I used to. Um, excuse me. Yeah, I pay a lot less attention than I used to. But like, you know, when I do pay attention to politics, I tend to not talk about it with people because I recognize how, like, you know, how much of a fool's errand it is to get involved in those conversations and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, I can get really upset about how, like, you know, fucking, there's, excuse me. I can get really upset about how there's a certain group, a certain part of the population that is prone to violence against children, you know, and I can talk all about it, but at the end of the day, like, all that's going to do is get me in trouble. It's not actually going to shine a light on what everybody knows, which is there's a certain part of the population that seems to have it in for children specifically, but especially Christian children. You know, um, like it's not gonna have the desired effect. You know. I was actually talking. It was like a day or two after everything ended. We went out to a bar. You know, meaning 2.5. After 2.5 ended, TJ and Taylor rode with me, and we were just talking about. You know, we were talking about life. We were talking about the world, and one of the things we mentioned is how like you know like they aren't really that much younger than me. I'm 29, believe it or not. And I think Taylor's like 23, 24, I think, and TJ's like also around that age. If not, maybe they're a little bit younger, right? Um, yeah, they're like 21, 22, I'm pretty sure actually. But like regardless, um, like I remember 2016 being like wrapped up in Trump and politics and stuff like that because that's just what you did. That's just what happened back then. Is like everybody was wrapped up in some form of like overt like MAGA hat wearing you know, politics and shit like that. That's just what it was. You were either MAGA hat or you were like Antifa supporter. That's just what it was. And they told me like, "Oh yeah, huh, that was weird. Like I couldn't imagine being that way." And it's cuz they were like 14 and 15 back then. So it's like, yeah, of course, you were thinking about boys and girls and how great it's going to be when you can finally get your driver's license and stuff like that, you know? It was crazy the way things were almost 10 years ago at this point. Yeesh. Yeesh. It's been that long. Yeesh. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, you know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. I try not to talk politics overtly and things like that. Every now and again, I'll talk about something where, even though it's not overtly political, you can kind of understand my viewpoints and stuff like that. You know, talking about one thing, you can kind of glean the other thing. But I'm not going to be the guy who sits here and is like, MAGA 2024, elect Trump, or like the opposite end, which is like, I don't know. What are they saying now? Is it still vote blue no matter who? You know, is that still what it is? You know. Hmm. Yeah. 2016 was MAGA or Bernie, and then Bernie got screwed over. So a lot of the Bernie Bros decided not to vote. Um, and then a lot of them were like, "No, we need to get behind Hillary." And it's like, "Oh, you do? You do? Oh man, that's pretty crazy." I guess it's better that you're behind Hillary than she being behind you, you know, because you never know what she might pull when you got your back turned. That's for sure. But anyway, Impact says I was in college at the time and my professors were annoying as fuck, and I'm sure they're exactly the same today. I guarantee it. Um, you know, unfortunately, when the commies like this, they call it the Red Scare. It was the Red Menace, right? The Red Scare implies that it was a hoax and that it was what's it called? The Satanic Panic, right? Those are two things that were completely and totally vindicated. But if you talk to most people, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, wasn't that like a moral panic?" It's like, no, no, it wasn't. There were commies in the government and there were commies in Hollywood. And the commies in the government got kicked out. They all went into academia and they went deeper into Hollywood, right? And this is why we're in the predicament that we're in today. Does that mean we should have like left them in government or something like that? No, of course not, right? Um, but like this is why you see the situations with the college campuses and stuff like that. You know, I mean, look up the Weather Underground, right? Bernadine Dorn, as well as her like boyfriend, husband, I don't know what the hell it was. They got arrested in the 70s and then they got released by the Clinton administration. And now, after they planted all these bombs and they did all these like ridiculous fucking crimes, you know, robbing places, all this fucked up shit, they're teaching at colleges. Like you could enroll at a college and have Bernadine Dorn, a convicted left wing terrorist, as a college professor, which is insane to think about, right? Excuse me, but that was the product of the Red Scare, right? Or as I said, the Red Menace, right? The chasing of the Red Menace out of the government in the 1950s 50s by Joe McCarthy, who was a fucking hero, by the way. God bless McCarthy. You know that he didn't do enough, if anything. That's the only critique I have of him. He didn't do enough. We'll say that. Man, I said I wouldn't get political. Then one drink in, one drink in, and I'm yelling, "God bless McCarthy." I wasn't really excited to vote for Trump until yesterday, and that excitement is mostly spite. Dude, I don't vote. I don't bother voting because I don't want to have to get jury duty. Like, getting jury duty was like, when I got jury, because I registered to vote because I was voting for a friend in a local election. And then after that, I ended up getting jury duty, and I was like, wow, this fucking sucks. I don't ever want to get one of these things ever again. So I decided I'd let it run out. I wouldn't re-register to vote. And now whenever they're like, do you want to register to vote? I'm like, get the fuck out of here. No, shut up and get out of here. You know? Excuse me. Richard Simmons took one for the team yesterday, ripped to a real one. Dude, what if that was like a ritual, dude? What if Richard was a magician, right? A magician, because they like to spell it Magick, right? Right? What if he saw into the future? He saw that Trump was to be assassinated successfully, right? And he was like, no, that's not gonna happen. No, I'm not gonna let that happen. Take me instead. What if that was what happened? And they took Richard, and Trump just got the grazed ear. What if, bro? You never know. I think that's kind of funny timing, you know, that he dies and then Trump survives an assassination by inches. Literally by inches. He survives an assassination attempt. That is crazy to think about. Right? Pretty easy to get out of jury duty. Well, yeah, but I literally, like, I'm the kind of guy, I hate having to do anything that is not a part of, like, my daily routine. To the point where, like, getting my oil changed, I dread that shit, right? So having to go to jury duty and sit around and wait for them to review the paper, where I write down that all these, like, lies about myself, about, like, oh, fucking, I'm prejudiced. I don't like gays, you know, like, waiting for them to fucking review that and be like, oh, we don't want this guy on a jury, and then kick me out, and then I get to go home. Like, even that is, like, hellish to me. I cannot stand it. I don't want to do it. So because of that, like, it's just easier for me to not vote, you know? You know, fucking, I'm gonna be like, you know, like, the Trump years, I think we can be honest. The Trump years were some of the best years since the 90s, probably, right? And I wasn't alive for the 90s, but to my understanding, the 90s were, like, pretty fucking good. They were pretty great, from what I was told. Yeah, sure, there was some, like, weird parallels with today, with some of the riots and other, like, weird bullshit going on. Okay, fine, whatever. But, like, the best years of my adult life thus far were 2017 through, I want to say, like, 2019, 2020, right? The best years of my life. And it was definitely 1,000,000% partially due to the fact that milk was not $7 a gallon. There is a large part of that. A large part of the reason why I and we all enjoyed 2017 through 2020 is because you could go to the store and buy a fucking ribeye steak for like $9. You could buy a nice porterhouse for like $12. Fucking, that was stupendous. That was fantastic, you know? People, like, when it comes to, like, overly political people and stuff like that, they tend to focus on some of the stuff that, in my opinion, is kind of the wrong stuff to focus on, right? and look, I'm not saying it's like completely and totally wrong. Like, I understand that it's important and all this other stuff. Okay, fine, right? They focus on like demographics and like other ethereal problems. I'm gonna get to that in a second, Natalia. Thank you very much. But they focus on these problems that are like ethereal. It's things that like, unless you live among the ruins, you're not really gonna notice it, right? And I mean, you live deep, deep, deep in the ruins. You're not gonna notice it. The only way you're gonna notice all this bad shit is if you're on Twitter constantly, which like, put the fucking phone down, right? I got that problem too. You know, I try to make sure my Twitter feed is all cat videos now because I don't want to get caught in that weird cycle, you know? Um, but like, the thing that, in my opinion, is probably the most important thing to focus on is how's everybody doing? Like, can we afford gas? Can we afford food? Can we afford rent? You know, um, no matter what, right? Unless you're absolutely positively like a hardcore ideologue for a certain standpoint, whether it's like pro diversity, anti diversity, whatever you want to call it, right? Nobody's gonna care about any of that unless they are able to like buy food for cheap, you know. Um, if you focus on those like economic issues and stuff like that, it's going to be a lot easier for you to get all of the other stuff like across as well. You know, you can like if you're the guy who's talking all about how you want like a certain standpoint or something like that, you want a certain law or you want a certain culture or whatever, right? If you're the guy talking all about that, and you're also the guy who made eggs cheap again, you know, if you're the guy who also made it so that people can afford to like go on vacations again and other things like that, people are going to be a lot more willing to listen to what you have to say. If I'm making sense right now, you know, I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to get at. It's like you can sit here talking all about, oh, it's the Nicaraguans, they run everything. It's the this, it's the that. Well, straight white men are the worst. They're evil. You can sit here talking all about that all the time, but like at the end of the day, the lowest common denominator is only going to be interested in, can I fucking survive? Anything else is going to be extraneous. And if you provide for them the ability to survive easier, then maybe they'll listen to you a little bit. But if you have nothing else to offer other than, it's the New Guineans, it's the New Guineans, they're behind it all, right? If that's all you have, they're not going to want to listen to you. But anyway, with that said, thank you, Natalia, for becoming a member of the Dollar Menu Early Access Club. I don't know if that's what you'd call it. I don't know, man. Thank you though. Thank you very much. I'm gonna have something coming up soon. It's gonna be the Jason Mayhem Miller interview. That's gonna go on my Patreon and here for a little while. It's gonna be a little bit longer than the usual, like few days to a week. I think it's gonna be like 2 weeks or so, maybe 3 weeks. That it's gonna only be available for Patreon and members. And then I'm gonna end up releasing it to the wide world because I think that's something big that I really want to get out there for everybody to see. I'm really happy with that interview. So there were some people that helped me out too. I gotta credit them in the video as well. If you guys are watching right now, thank you so much for helping me out with that because my audio was trash. It was a garbage. You know. Thank you so much. Um, Best administration, exactly. Like somebody said, codename 9988 said, I'm 41, born in 82. Yeah, like I don't. You could probably tell me about the 90s, right? I was born in 94, so like I was born in the 90s, but I didn't really live in the 90s, right? My earliest memories are like 1998, 1999, and it's not like I was running around. It's like very foggy memories. Like I remember New Year's Eve 1999 going into year 2000, going into Y2K, right? I remember being at my aunt's house. It was New Year's Eve party. I can remember that. Um but like my core memories of my childhood are really like, 2000, 2001 and beyond, you know. But like the best years of my adult life and probably the best years of my life in general, but definitely my adult life were 2017 through 2020, hands down. And then like 2021, I felt a dark cloud kind of looming. I was like, I think things are about to get a lot worse. I think things are going to get not just bad, but worse. But it was a slow decline, and now here we are in 2024. And fucking they tried to raise. How much did they originally try and raise our rent by, baby?
29.80, something like that.
Yeah, like they wanted to raise our rent like hundreds of dollars. They wanted us to pay like $3,000 a month, basically. For where we're at now, and it's like you're telling me that's just greedy landlords. I mean, it definitely is. Don't get me wrong, but also like that's because they're worried about fucking what the next year is gonna bring because the Biden administration is like dog shit. That's really what it is. Do weighted calisthenics for upper body. Who's talking about that stuff, huh? Who's talking about that stuff? Oh yeah, Peach Boy Official says, I'm making more money than I have ever made in my life right now and can barely afford groceries. Dude, I'm in the same boat. I'm in the same boat as you. I don't know about my wife. She had a pretty decent job in Brazil, but like she's not making the worst money for what she does either, right? Me, like I work morning to night. I get up, I go to work, I don't get home until the sun's going down. Between my day job, doing manual labor, and then coaching people at my gym. And it's like I'm so fucking stressed. Like I'm actually doing better now because I have a little bit more time on my hands to try and relax, but like a month and a half, 2 months ago, I was not doing all right, man. I was not okay, dude. Like really, like some of the things that were going on, the way that I felt, I was starting to get nervous. I was nervous, Everything's all good now, like I said, but like this is what we're pigeonholed into. This is what we're forced into just to be able to keep afloat because fucking that's how bad everything is, It's disgusting. Starting strength is not a bodybuilding progress. Also, half the program is bench press and OHP, both upper body movements, including the power clean is in starting strength was a bit stupid though. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about, I worked at a gas station while Trump was in office. Price almost went below $1 and people could get practically free gas with discounts. Yeah. It was insane, That's what happens when you have a fucking businessman doing business shit. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna look for other videos because there were edits and shit like that I want to see, Oh man, dude. Of course, like none of the shit. This is my favorite. This is my favorite right here. This is my favorite video ever. I'm glad this is resurfacing.
Now I'm just gonna tell you motherfucking niggas straight out the dump. Don't fuck with my motherfucking president. Do you understand me? Nigga, we ride with Donald Trump over here, nigga. Draco, we ain't playing with you motherfucking niggas. You understand me? Keep my motherfucking president name out your mouth. Fuck, niggas.
Oh yeah, dude. That's my favorite video ever. You mentioned the price of a gallon of milk, which reminded me of GOMAD, which spiraled into the argument over starting strength. Ah, yes. Yes. GOMAD. Dude, milk is so good. I've never tried GOMAD, though. I couldn't. I'm already I'm in perma-bulk mode right now. I'm perma-bulking as is, I don't think I need to add a gallon of milk a day to that, I feel you, Scott. If it wasn't for renovating a complete dump of a house over the past 10 years, my wife and I would be buried, sweat equity, and was well worth it. Yeah, and that's the flow that I'm trying to get on myself, is like I'm trying to, even though it's like the worst time to do it, I'm so tired of rent I'm so tired of paying some fuckhead who doesn't give a shit. We got rat problems. We don't have them anymore, but it's because we took care of them. We couldn't get any help from those guys. We got lights that are out, not like light bulbs, but like literally like the electrical work is fucked up, you know? And we moved into the place with these problems, and they still tried to fucking scam us, you know? And we were just like, yo, that's the final straw. We got to figure something out. So now we're in the process of trying to buy fucking a cardboard box, if it comes down to it, a shoe box to live in, to squeeze ourselves in. That way, at the very least, we're paying, but it's going to be a fixed rate. And then on top of that, like, we can fuck around with it. And, you know, if in 30 years we're still around here, we're still in the same place, at the very least, we'll own it, you know? Nice, still got the Josie drawing in back. Oh, yeah, of course. I have Josie. This is Sylvie. Like, when Sylvia originally gave me excuse me. When Sylvia originally gave me her socials, right, social media shit, I almost said social security. She wrote it down on this piece of paper. That's what this piece of paper is you know, as might as well just show it to you, right? I had John's business card that he gave me, but I think that fell off and it probably like got thrown away by somebody at some point. I don't know. And then I have a gold piece now and a silver piece from Blood Games right here. You know, we're adding to it. I also where'd I put it? Oh, I also have that. That is an airsoft gun. That is a fucking airsoft gun, by the way. Okay, taking a bit of a risk, here, but that's an airsoft gun. All right. Not a real one, not a real gun. Anyway, gallon of Arnold Palmer's in this heat. Hooey, yeah, dude. Arnold Palmer's are pretty good. Arnie Palmies. Arnold Palmer alert. Arnold Palmer alert. Who wants some Arnie Palmies? That was Brett Gelman's only good role was in The Other Guys. If you haven't seen The Other Guys, Brett Gelman is in that. And he plays a literal cuckold who is like, he ends up, he's like, nobody leaves my house without fucking my wife. That was the only believable role Brett Gelman has ever had, I guess you could say, you know. We got incredibly lucky with our beater, found a couple in their 90s that were willing to sell us an acre on an owner carry note. The house was so bad, they didn't even include it on the sale. That's pretty crazy. Good for you, man. You know, and that's the type of shit that we need. We need to find old people who want to get rid of their shit, and they know, like, I only have like 2 years left. I don't think I need $500 million, you know? But that's the thing is, like, dude, I've said this before. One of the most frustrating things about the housing market right now, right, is that I'm not looking for a forever home, right? I'm not looking for a house that, like, oh, it's my dream home. That's not what I'm doing. Right? I would literally live in a double wide. I'd live in a single wide if it came down to it. I just want to get out of paying rent. And preferably, I want to be able to have a lower monthly rate. If I could pay $1,500 a month, I'd be happy. I'd be all right with that, right? I know, kind of a pipe dream, but the thing is, there are, say, trailers and stuff like that. There's mobile homes, manufactured homes, whatever you want to call them, that are for sale for like 150, 200, 250,000, right? They're around. The issue is that they're all in 55 plus parks, meaning you can only live in those parks if you are 55 years of age or older. So you have these fuckhead baby boomers, these piece of shit baby boomers, okay, right? Who they bought houses in like the 80s for $75,000, sometimes cheaper, and then they're trying to sell them now for 4, 5, 6, 7, even more hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then they're moving into these cheap ass trailer parks. Meanwhile, what do we have? Fucking these people, like it's insane. You know, they bought up all the real estate. They're trying to flip it for an insane profit that a lot of these aren't even worth. And then they're also saving all of the good deals for themselves. It's like, holy fucking shit. I cannot stand these boomers. I cannot stand it. And it's a double kick in the nuts, because now you have people who, again, like I grew up in a 3-bedroom, 1-bath. It was, I think, like 1,500 square feet. That's what I grew up in. My parents bought it for like a little bit over $115,000, I think it was. It's now worth, according to Zillow, like 450, right? And my parents put a little bit of work into it. I'm gonna get to that in a second, Thrill Me. Thank you very much. I will get to that in a second. Like, that is like bonkers to me. Okay, that's insane to me. So now I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking like, yo, I remember how much of a shithole the house I grew up in was. It was like not really like a good house, you know? There was no space. There was 4 of us. Fucking, we were always on top of each other. You couldn't have a single conversation. Oh, huh. You couldn't have a single conversation without there being some kind of like weird, like, it was just crazy. I remember the house that I grew up in. That house is not worth even $100,000. But now, if I want to live in a house like that, I can only live in it for $400,000, right? I'm kind of bungling this point a little bit, but I'm sure you guys get it, because I'm sure you guys feel the exact same way that I do, right? It's just like, what the fuck, dude? What in the fuck? But anyway, with that said, Thrill Me, thank you so much for the $20, man. Thank you. Thank you very much. Scott, not to detract, but your character of Cage was really badass. My headcanon had Greg Helsing and Cage dueling prior to Blood Games. Hopefully this will at least be able to afford a gallon of milk. Keep kicking ass. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if the prices come down a little bit, I'll be able to buy a gallon of milk with that. Thank you so much, Thrill Me. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for the $20 as well as the compliments. And yeah, that was one thing me and Greg kind of settled on, like very, very early on, was that like he and I were gonna have an antagonistic sort of bent to each other. I think we kind of put that to bed a little bit too soon though, because I think it was like day 2 or day 3 where we had a moment where we were like, oh, we're gonna be pals now. We're not gonna be antagonizing each other or anything like that. We're gonna be pals now. We should have kept the antagonistic relationship up for just a little bit longer, at least till day like 5 or 6, you know, and then it would have been, you know, I think it would have been a better arc for our characters together. But we kind of put that to bed a little bit too soon, in my opinion. That would have been cool too if we had some kind of duel in like the arena, either that or like in we had a sword fight or something like that. That would have been good. We should have had that. You know, maybe next time. Maybe we'll reignite the beef for season 3.5, and then we'll squash it after a sword fight that time. Silverfish says, man, 5 years ago, $1,500 a month would get you a 3-bedroom, 2-bath in a lot of places. The market is beat. Yes, it is, because baby boomers are dog shit. Like, in my opinion, if you're going to invest in land, you should be using it as a way to make passive income. And passive income is kind of a lie when it comes down to it, right? There's very few ways to make passive income. And like, if I said that owning real estate and renting it out was passive income, Nick Rochefort would show up to my house with a knife, right? There's a lot of work that you have to do as a landlord, okay? And like, I wanted to be a landlord until I heard Nick talk about how awful it is being a landlord. And then I was like, you know, maybe I don't want to be a landlord then. Maybe I fucking don't want to be. But like, the way I see it, real estate is not something you buy up and then sell off. That's like a bad way to look at real estate, in my opinion. You know, if you're thinking about it in like a solipsistic manner, like, oh yes, I'm the only one that matters. The only thing that matters is that I get what I want, right? Which is how the baby boomers look at it, which is why the market is all fucked up, right? The way I see it, if you're going to invest in real estate, it should be okay, I'm buying up this strip mall and I'm gonna lease the individual stores out to different people and stuff like that. You're gonna have a supermarket here, gonna have a pet store here, gonna have a this there, the blah 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 blah, right? Either that, or you buy up an apartment complex, or just like a duplex or something like that, a house or whatever, and you lease it out to people, you rent it out to people, right? That's the way that I think that's the right way to do real estate investing, right? The other way that you see people do it, which again is how the baby boomer generation did it, is the irresponsible, fucked up piece of shit way, which is I'm going to buy a house, I'm going to live in it, I'm going to raise my kids, I'm going to sit on it, maybe put a little bit of work into it here and there, and then I'm going to sell it off for an exorbitant price to who? The generation after me, my kids' generation. Like, that is a fucked up way to do things, and fuck anybody who looks at real estate that way. You know, like, honestly, eat shit, eat fucking shit. I hate people who look at it that way. Wife of 14 years and I scored our spot in 2018 for 200K. It's now Zillow estimated at 480K. You made the right choice, man. I remember 2018, I thought that was high, and I was like, dude, it's okay. The crash is coming. Everybody's telling me the crash is coming, dude. The stock market, the housing market's gonna crash, and we're gonna have $10 houses. We're gonna have $10 houses, dude. They're not gonna know what to do with any of them, bro. They're gonna fucking be everywhere, dude. That was like obviously not really the idea that I had, but like I thought the market was gonna crash, and I thought we were gonna be able to like get cheaper houses, and that didn't happen. It just did not happen. And now, like, at the very least back then, sure, the housing market was like kind of fucked up. It was high, but like at the very least, the interest rates are low. They were low. You know, now the principal, the houses are ridiculous, and the interest rate is high. So it's like fucking shit, dude. Damn it, bro. You know, it's insane. I've got major back issues too, so not having to grind 80 hours a week is a major plus. I did all the renovating myself and saved us tens of thousands. Good for you, man. Good for you. You made the right choice. You made the right choice. That's for sure. But oh, sorry, I was reading something here. Don King, really? Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna see what Don King has to say. If you don't know who Don King is like the original boxing promoter scumbag. He is like the quintessential boxing promoter piece of shit. You know, we're gonna go ahead.
America needs Donald Trump. Today, Donald Trump was attempted to be assassinated.
He is
It's the system,
not looking very good.
the rigged, corrupt system that exists that is trying to prevent the American people from issuing their vote for Trump to become president again by not letting him be on the ballot. So they tried to kill him today.
They're trying to kill it.
This is what we're up against. Trump can't be bought, bribed, intimidated, or coerced. It is freedom, peace, or death. And so he is demonstrating to the American people that he will never, never surrender. And so not surrendering, they're trying to kill him. And this has been a horrible situation for us here in America to experience Trump assassination. And so I want the American people to realize, recognize, and identify that this is something that we can't allow to happen. We've got to fight back just like Trump would do. And Trump says never, never surrender. And so we're not going to surrender, we're going to fight back. And even in the time of his stress, of his death, he's putting his fist in the air and said, fight back, we're going to fight.
Oh boy.
So I love the man. America needs the man. America loves the man. And we want Trump to be able to, we got to support Trump because in support.
Fucking, if you watch Rocky 4, there's George Washington, whatever his last name is, the black dude who you know, he instigates the fight between Tommy Gunn and Rocky. He's based off of this guy right here. You know, he's basically just Don King in the Rocky universe. I listened to this guy talk in the July sun without sunblock on for, I want to say, like 45 minutes to an hour, because there's a statue in Brockton, Massachusetts for Rocky Marciano. They actually just put one up for Marvin Hagler last month. It's been a little bit under a month since, a little bit over a month actually, since they put that up. I'm so mad because I missed it. I wanted to get out for that. But tons of people showed up. There was like Larry Holmes, you know, Mickey Ward, and Don King, this guy, showed up. And he went on and on and on, and it was like I was hoping somebody would run up there and like knock his ass off the stage, and I didn't even really know who he was at the time, you know. I wasn't aware of the boxing politics and like who this guy was, and it was just like fucking A, dude, holy shit, man, get out of here, you know. But I think we'll play a little bit of AOE. Oh wait, oh shit. What the hell's going on here? Hold up. There's some people in... Hold on. Let's see what's going on here. It's the cell.
You know the stuff you ask, we can answer and comprehend. So start hitting up some comments,
I just typed in the chat. I didn't know there was people in the tank right now. Oh, there's Zoltar and Spencer.
Come on, there you go.
Zoltar and Spencer. They've been in for about 20 minutes now. We'll go ahead, we'll watch this a little bit, then we'll play a little bit of AOE. We're a little over an hour into our stream here. I try to make sure I stream for about 2 hours. Somebody called it Wigger Tank. Somebody is saying they're wigging. They're wigging out.
Bullshit. This boy bathes in mayonnaise and mustard.
PTS is on. What should I type? What should I type? Somebody give me an idea of what I should type.
If you just say people talking, you may might.
If you guys are having a three-way with a broad, who gets which hole first?
Your mother.
We take turns.
Your mother.
This retarded nigga Spencer the type to break his computer because AI Adine Ross told him he would buy him a car.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even watch none of them streams but tired.
Man, it's bad when your role models are Boogie and Chet Hanks.
I don't know what I should do. I guess we'll do detective.
Do you guys think Elon ruined Twitter? What's your opinion? Also, let us know.
I don't know which one's which. So I like. I'd like to do Spencer. I'd like to do the dude in the tracksuit. You know, I'm hoping he'll recognize it.
Damn near Pornhub.
Hey, yeah, really though, have you guys seen my phone in the room? I need to find that.
TTS enjoyer.
So then come in here and find it. I don't fucking know where you left it.
Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, it was approved. You guys can hear this, right? Yeah, you guys can hear this.
Who the fuck is this wigger? Why can't we get a real nigga in this bitch? Vertical bar, 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 vertical bar.
We're waiting for vertical bar to stop. It looks like Crack Miller. Holy shit, dude! Oh fuck. I think Senza. I think I have enough for. I think I. Hold on.
That's what their mom screaming at night. Vertical bar.
I was gonna say. I think I have enough for one more TTS. I'm gonna send that in.
Nigga, thanks for
all right. Yeah. The Yeah. I'm gonna say. Yo, dude, you look like Crack Miller. I'm gonna say that, Senza. All right. You get. Hold on.
Nice shoes, bro. Do they make them for men?
How do you feel about polycules?
I'll go ahead. I'll send another one.
Questions there.
You get
fucking illiterate bastard.
You get the credit for that though, Senza. All right.
Cry for me. Your tears are better than lube.
Oh You're supposed to say, bro, people.
Oh yeah, dude, I have just enough.
Cry for me, your tears are better than lube. I love it.
You didn't just hear what they said. They said pop. Bro.
All right. Yeah, Senza, I got to give you
We get more questions.
the credit for that.
Like, we need questions. Like, I'm over here to, like, feel bored. Like, ask me some funny stuff. Like, you ask your racism slurs, and they don't think of me.
Oh, dude, I don't think they're,
Bust your shit all up in his guts for me, dog. Vertical bar, vertical bar, vertical
Yo,
bar.
y'all acting real zesty today, chat.
Vertical bar, vertical bar, vertical bar.
Damn, I'm waiting to see if they do it.
Bro, they've been asking all zesty stuff.
They want us to fuck.
This is gonna be one man coming.
Love that accent, yeah.
Don't do that shit.
It's not telling me if it got approved or not, so I don't know.
Where's the light? I'm about to puff this shit out. It stressed me.
Spencer, you dumb retard. Ask Nifty about what a polycule is when she gets
They're really hitting that. They must be backed up with the TTSs. Ah, yes, there it is. Yeah, they must be backed up with the
Stop saying your
TTSs.
mama when you stop saying gay jokes. I know your mama didn't raise you like that. Babies come out like sponges.
Blue sweatsuit, face fuzz all whack. Your rap slop hard like a train off track.
Guess what? That's why your mama did crack and then went back.
You dude on the right, you look like Crack Miller.
He got vicious.
Crack Miller.
We couldn't quite get all the cum cleaned up in there from the orgy last night. Be careful where you
He
sit.
didn't even know what to say.
I hope I stayed in all of it.
These guys are from the gas station. I hope so. I hope they picked up some dudes at a gas station.
It's like wet newspaper for real. Nuke it up vertical bar.
Nah,
He said throw and rope.
We'll hang out. We'll hang out for another minute or two, and then we'll play a quick game of AOE.
Questions of each other.
Hey yo.
Hey yo.
Rap stuff.
No bullshit, Spencer. Your clapbacks are fucking gay. Pull down those baby blue sweats, you zesty nigga. Let's see them cheeks.
Oh, all right, so Spencer's on the right. Zoltar. I should have known. The dude on the left looks like he'd call himself Zoltar. Oh shit.
Bro, got a wigger, busty laugh, circumflex, 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 circumflex.
I'm getting bored of it because it's like they're not asking crazy, funny questions. They just keep asking irrelevant and then gay, sexual. Like, I have nothing wrong with the gay community. It's just like, why are you guys perceiving it? Like, let's have fun. Like, ask a real question.
Like, let's have fun.
Like, do something like.
But yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you get it.
Two fat retards. Likes peas in a pod.
Oh, you try to get crazy.
No, we're more like peas and carrots. Go fuck yourself. Burn your vegetables. Or are you one?
We got Boston Boogie 2988 over here. He's like, nah, with peas and carrots, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself, kid.
Yo, these people be on some shit. Next question.
Zoltar, get up and shake that nigger ass for us. Go on, take your
Oh,
hands
man.
off and shake that wigger dumper.
Is this the fish tank audition room? It is. It is.
The fat retarded one.
I'm gonna play a quick game of AOE and then we'll probably get out of here after that. It'll probably be 2 hours then. I try to make sure I stream for about 2 hours, you know, at the very least. You know, plus I might end up doing something as well, you know. They don't understand what's going on here. Obviously, should be an easy dunk for chat. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Hold on. Hold on here. Uh-oh. All right. This is what I do. I was playing AOE before this, and then I started streaming. And now I'm playing AOE on stream. These guys seem too normal for the tank. That's kind of the point. I feel like that's kind of the point, you know. Get a couple of Boston schlubs, get a couple of dudes who are like, oh, dude, fucking, hey, kid, dude, bro, you know. There we go. Scott, would you rather be a full-time streamer or a landlord with awful tenants? I'd rather be a full-time streamer. Are you kidding me? Like, the money you can make as a full-time streamer if you have the right audience, you know, and you do the right stuff, I'd rather do that in a heartbeat, you know? Be a much easier existence than what I have now, that's for sure. You know, that's for sure, kid. Alright. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait, would you rather have Lyme disease or look like Jimmy? I don't know, man. Lyme disease, I've heard, is, pretty bad. Pretty fucking bad, you know? We need some crazy funny questions on my mama shit. Hell yeah. Dude, it's taken forever to find a thing. You know, I'm probably gonna be there tonight. I'm probably gonna head down there after this. That's why I suddenly was like, oh shit, okay, because like I was coordinating that like just now. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna obviously, you know, I'm gonna play this quick game of AOE. You know, which now that I'm calling it a quick game, it's probably gonna be like an hour and a half game, but you get the idea. And then I'll get my shit together and I'll head down there. You know. I was in the middle of the stream. I don't want to just be like, "Oh, guys, I'm going down." Bye. You know, wanna give you guys a little bit more here. I want you guys to see me get trounced real quick. Oh, he's playing Persians too. I think I do all right with the Italians against the Persians. You know, bang, bang. There we go. All right, bang. I'm becoming more sure about what I have to do. Like, there's no hesitation for the first, like, 5 to 10 moves that I do anymore. I just know, like, it makes it so that I have waiting that I have to do. I have to sit here and wait half the time and be like, okay, hurry, hurry. The irony is a lot of chicks think Jimmy is good looking. I mean, I think there's worse looking guys than Jimmy out there. I guess I'll say that, you know. He cute. I think that white boy cute. Man, I got dog shit trees this time around. See, like I said, it's just wait time now where I'm like, oh, okay. Of course, he left those two behind. Thanks. Thanks. Yes, Persians usually go elephant mode. Oh, yeah, no, actually, then typically the Italians don't do very well against them. At least the way I play the Italians, I don't do very well against them. I'm probably going to get fucked up, you know? I'm going to have to go, what am I going to have to go? I'm going to have to go pikeman. I'm going to have to make a bunch of pikes. I'm going to have to pike it up. Alright, send one there. Bang, bang. Where is it? There it is. I need a boar. I need to find the other boar, though. It's either in here or it's in there. I don't know which. I have a feeling it's probably there. They're usually around here. Yeah. Wait, where are you guys going? Where are you fucking idiots going? Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. Whoa, wait a second. Hold on. your ass over there. You big fucking dummy. All right. Bang. He's trying to chase that one down. Come on, and yes. Perfect. I asked 100 girls if they thought Jimmy was cute, and they all said yes. I'm not surprised, you know? Send me your address so I can give you this check for 4K. Ah, yes. Of course. That's what, that's all you need. That's all you need for me to dox myself, is just tell me you have money. Alright, I'll go there. Jimmy's his own worst enemy. I feel like Big Flame made some progress with him boxing in the cell the other night. Dude just needs to realize the world isn't against him. Yeah. Nah, I used to be the same way to a degree, you know? I think one of the problems Jimmy has, and I say this lovingly, I'm not saying this as like, your guy fucking sucks. Obviously, right? I think one of the problems Jimmy has is, you know, he sometimes puts a little bit too much stock into his emotion. And because of that, he does and says things in a bid not to actually be violent or to be intimidating, but as a way to say, I'm angry, leave me alone because I'm angry, you know? I used to be the same way, and the unfortunate reality is, hold on, bang, bang, get over there, you over there. Oh, you see, I told you it's right here. The unfortunate reality is, especially when you're a man, the world doesn't leave you alone when you get angry, at least not the modern world, right? Maybe there was a time where when you were angry as a man, people would be like, oh, I should probably leave that guy alone. But nowadays, the way that violence and the way that, like, emotions are handled, that's not the way it goes down. You're more likely to get the cops called on you for being, like, upset in public than you are to actually, like, have somebody be like, oh, you know what? Like, the way I'm treating this guy is probably not good of me. I shouldn't do that. And, strange. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put one there, just in case. But, like, it's just the unfortunate reality of how the world is. Like, people don't care when you're angry. And when you're angry, they actually view that as more of a reason to fuck with you. Because, like, either A, they're miserable pieces of shit, and they are going to have fun trying to fuck with you. Or they have this complex about themselves, where they're like, oh, this guy's angry. He thinks he can be angry at me. What an asshole. I'll show him. You know? That happened last night. You know, fucking, like, I don't want to get too deep into it. There's no reason to, like, you know, make something of what Letty said to me in the cell last night. It is what it is. Whatever, who cares? But, like, she was talking shit about me, and she did it behind my back. She also did it to my face. Oh, whoops. I did not mean that. I did not mean to do that. I'm already fucking up over here. Damn. Silly me. And when I told her, like, hey, fuck off, she was like, I think you're taking this too serious. And it's like, oh, am I? You're literally being rude to me. You're talking shit about me. You're talking shit to me. I don't have to be happy about that, you know? Like, that's the kind of reaction you get from people nowadays when you're upset about something, you know? And that's something that Jimmy kind of has to understand, is that, like, you're never going to have somebody who's, like, fair about things. People are constantly going to be unfair. And because of that, like, yeah, sure, you get upset. You know, I still get upset about things. But you have to understand, like, there's no use getting overly upset about it, because it's not going to do anything other than get you fucked over. If that all makes sense, you know? And now there's probably somebody listening who's going to run back to some, like, corner of the internet and try and be like, oh, Scott is upset about the Letty thing. And it's like, I'm really not. I was just using that as an example. But, like, again, that's just another, like, very good example of the way the world is, you know? And if you constantly try to fight against that, you're just going to end up with, like, the police visiting your house, claiming that they're here for a wellness check and they want to make sure that you're okay. when that's really code word for, is this guy a danger to everybody around him? You know? Oh, we care about you. That's why we're showing up in body armor with guns. Yeah. That's how that works, you know? I think Letty is no joke into guys who get violent with her. I don't want to think about that. I would hope she's not, you know? I don't hate Letty. I think she's all right, you know? I think part of the reason why she had an issue with me specifically last night is because I am kind of fucking mean to her. But it's not on purpose. There's been a couple of misunderstandings, for one thing. But then on top of that, I talked to Brian about this during the season. I kept being in situations where I was being mean to her. And it's because she was the only one who was brave enough to actually stick her neck out in the first place. And my character on the show was someone who was going to be mean to the fish. That's just the way that it was. So she's the only one who was brave enough to stick her neck out. And because of that, she was the only one who was getting shit on by me. It wasn't a purposeful thing or anything like that. But then, if I'm also being honest, Letty, she can sometimes be used to saying certain things and people not challenging her. And because of that, like, when she says something around me, I'll challenge her every now and again. I'll be like, are you sure about that? Like, explain. Tell me about it. And then I'll be like, no, I don't think that's correct. And I think she's just not used to people disagreeing with her. So the fact that I'm willing to disagree with her on that level is like, oh, I don't like him. You know, I think that's really what it is, you know. I don't take it personally. I just don't like when people treat me shitty. It's like the same thing with Justa Minx, you know. She treated me like shit. So, like, if you ask me about her now, I won't want to talk about her. But if I do, I'll be honest and, like, say, yeah, she was kind of an asshole to me. She was kind of a piece of shit. You know, but it's not like I want her to die, right? I wish nothing but the best for her. Same thing with Letty, you know. I'll probably see her tonight, and I'm not gonna go in throwing punches or anything, you know. It's just gonna be regular, you know. What's going on, Letty? How you doing? But it's hilarious when Scott is mean to her. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely times where it's funny, you know. I agree. Cancel culture rooting deeper and deeper as people grow more judgmental. Maybe it's that. What is going on here? Why? Yes, there it is. No. Actually, I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm talking to you guys, so I'm gonna be like awful this round. Not only that, but again, I'm facing off against the Persians, and this guy is doing a better job at getting to his gold reserves than I am. So, yeah, I'm fucked. I'm fucked this time around. I don't see me winning this one for sure. You know. What the fuck? How are you and Justa Minx associated? She had me on one of her streams once, and we also tried to get her for season 2. And we really tried to get her for season 2 as well. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We really tried to get her for season 2. We tried multiple times to talk to her and wrangle her and give her whatever it was that she wanted and needed to get on season 2, but she was just kind of like bitchy, if I'm being honest with you. She kind of tried to play like she was the puppet master of these situations and like she was going to come on and punk us. And, you know, it culminated in me being on her stream one time. And, you know, I was like, yo, like, hit us up. And she's just playing games. And I didn't like that. You know, I didn't like that. You know, then there was an exchange in the DM as well where she called me weird. And it's like, all right, whatever. Fucking, I've given you no reason to feel that way. But you can actually find some of the highlights on my channel. If you look at my channel, I think I called the video Mogging Minx, right? There was some good moments where she got me. There was some good moments where I got her. It was a fun time on my, you know, part, in my opinion, if you will. All right, let's go there. She is fully in her crackhead era right now. Season 3 might be the time. Nah, I think she's back in Ireland. I hopped on Twitter earlier today, and she said she moved back. So I don't think she's coming back to America anytime soon, you know? It's like I said, I don't have like a real issue with her. I just don't like that she treated me like shit a couple of times. If she's cool, I'm cool, you know? That's something I've learned, is that it's better to not have issues with people. It's better when the only issue you have with someone is their issue with you. Meaning like, hey, you have an issue with me, so it's probably not good for us to be around each other. If you don't have an issue with me anymore, then whatever, like, we can be cool, you know? Not that I think she sits around thinking about me all the time, you know? I'm just saying in a general sense, you know? Oh, here's this guy. Alright, so I need to try my best to get those relics. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna throw that there. Just haphazardly throwing all my shit everywhere all the time. You see what's over here? Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to get my shit pushed in, I guarantee you. We're actually pretty close score-wise, but I feel it. He's already at castle age. He's gonna start cranking out those elephants. I'm not gonna have a good enough answer to them. I'm gonna try my best to get what's it called? These guys out, you know, pikemen. But, you know, it is what it is. Huh. Interesting. Also, have you thought about getting a new pet eventually? Yeah, I mean, I already have a dog right now. I'd love to have more guinea pigs. I'd love to have a capybara, but that's kind of, you know, that's like, oh yeah. I feel like that's, you see, I guarantee you that's probably a stable. I guarantee you that's a stable. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Oh, you fucking idiot. Get over there. Oh, an archery range. That's interesting. Interesting choice. Unless he's got, I forget, the Persians have a special kind of archer. It's like ballista elephants. I don't know if it's actually archer, but you know, I know they have ballista elephants. Let's go there. What was it? Oh, geez, you're talking to somebody else. Oh, you're talking to Peter. Peter lost a pet. I'm sorry, dude. Oh, Scott, my dog died yesterday. He was 17. What should I do? I feel really upset, Scott. Uh-oh. You see, that's a tough one because, you know, no matter what I say, it's like, well, you know, and it's going to sound ghoulish of me, but your dog is never going to come back. You know, it's unfortunate, and I'm sorry that I have to sit here and and say that to you, you know, and I know you're aware of it. I'm not trying to patronize you by being like, he's never coming back, buddy. But like, I don't know what I could say is the issue. I would say just keep on keeping on, you know? And I don't just mean like keep on going. I mean, try and distract yourself with whatever you need to do in your daily life. And that includes like work stuff. That includes hobbies and stuff like that. And like really try to lose yourself in the hobbies. You know, don't just sit here and be like, playing AoE. My dog used to sit right here while I played AoE. Oh, like don't allow yourself to fall into that. Just focus on AoE. Like do what I'm not doing right now and be like, okay, siege workshops. I need siege workshops. Okay, let's put another TC down. How's the monk doing? How's monk doing? Like literally only think about that. Only think about what is going on, right? This is something that I learned to do for a while that I kind of forgot to do after a while, right? Which is I learned to keep my mind quiet and just literally put everything into what I'm doing in the moment. You know, mindfulness, right? It's like a Buddhist thing, and when I got back into Christianity, I kind of gave up a lot of the habits, but that was a good habit to keep, which was the mindfulness. It's just you don't have to do it from like a shithead spiritualist standpoint or anything like that. You can do it from a you can do it from the standpoint of a Christian, if you will, right? Yeah, I think we'll go here. Right? Like, focus on what you're doing in the moment. You know, and I know it's tough. I know it's tough. Believe me. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying you got to do it. You know, that's all that it is. You know, and eventually, oh shit. Eventually you'll wake up and like you'll still have that memory of your dog, you know? Like I miss my guinea pigs, you know? I miss my other like pets and things like that. I miss the hell out of them. But like even though you'll have the memory, you'll understand like, okay, you know, I think enough time has passed. I got to relax now. I got to relax and I got to try my best to just you know, keep on carrying on with life here. I hope that made sense. I hope that helped, man. You know, I was thinking about taking a week off and stop the drums, but I really should not, I guess. Appreciate the advice. I mean, taking a week off from work, I don't think might be the worst idea ever, but only if you feel like you could handle it, right? If you think all you're going to do with that week off is sit around, like, thinking about your dog, and not processing the grief or anything like that, then yeah, you probably shouldn't bother taking it off. But if you think you can take a week off and process the grief, oh, you see, here they are, fucking war elephants, of course. Anyway, yeah, you see, I told you guys, I'm getting fucked up this round. It's gonna happen, you know? Oh, man. Those fucking war elephants are OP. They're OP as fuck. Look at that. Fucking look at that. That is insane, the amount of damage that they can do. And, like, look at the small amount of damage that my shit's doing to them. That's insane. We're fucked. We are effed in the A. But yeah, like, you know yourself the best. And what you have to make sure you do is be healthy regarding whatever it is you got going on, you know? I'll go ahead and I'll go there, excuse me. Bang, bang, come on. Uh-oh. I think we're actually gonna get these guys. I think we might just get them. And then you should be there. You should be going there. Oh, you know what I needed? I needed a lot more, villagers this game. Taylor literally told me before I got on this, like, yo, get tons of villagers, bro. Get tons of villagers. That's what you need. No, here we go. Alright. Yeah, we're fucked. I'm gonna see what I can do, you know. I guess I'll send these two over there, but I'm done. I might as well just pack it in now. I'm gonna see if I can at least take down that castle. I'm gonna see if I can take down that castle. At least get like a moral W before I quit. Genoese crossbowmen and pikemen have a lot of bonus damage against mounted units. Yeah, and that was my original plan, but I honestly, I thought he was gonna play like an idiot. I didn't think he was actually going to play elephants. Like, you'll notice that I saw this, whatever it's called, this archery range, and I was like, huh, that's a weird choice. And because of that, I was like, maybe he's not going to play elephants. Maybe he's going to play archers. Maybe I'm going to be okay. Maybe this guy is, like, more of an idiot than I am. Maybe that's how it is. But no, you know, I should have had the pikemen, or at the very least, I should have been making the Genoese crossbowmen, because that would have been a very good choice to build crossbowmen, to make crossbowmen. And, you know, once these guys came over here, I could have sniped the war elephants before they were able to break through. That would have been a much better idea, but, you know, anyway. Let's hit this guy with the GG and get out of here. Alright. But with that said, I'm going to fix my hair. With that said, we're ending it a little bit early today. Alright, you guys are probably going to see me on the tank in the next hour or so. You know, so there's that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate the hell out of you guys. I'm going to be streaming most likely Wednesday at 9 p.m. If not, we'll try and do it a little bit sooner. But my schedule for streaming is for the summertime, we're doing Wednesdays at 9. And then regardless of what season it is, it's 9 p.m. on Fridays. That's EST, of course. And then Sundays at 5 p.m. EST. And I'm going to end up doing a game on Sundays again. We did Fallout New Vegas on Sunday at 5 p.m. EST for like 8 months. We finally finished it, and I'd say it's about time to get into another game. I'm going to pick a couple of games, and I'm going to allow you guys to kind of pick which one you think I should do, and we'll go ahead and we'll do that one. But with that said, thank you guys so much. All right. Anyway, Scott, you have to pause the game 3 times, then disconnect. Is that a thing? Is that how you do it? Before I go, I'll say the scene Nickus, the Knickus, GG, bro Scott, you did great on season 2.5. I enjoyed the RP. Your boxing in season 1 was awesome too, but the karate in season 2 got a bit repetitive. Cheers to striking a good balance between the two in season 3. The karate didn't get repetitive, in my opinion. I just think fucking people, like, who hated it were just, like, looking for a reason to, like, shit on it, you know? Fucking the karate, like, the karate wasn't meant to be a Frank Hassel tier bit. It was meant to be something where the fish could get, like, a little bit of, energy out, right? Fucking... it's just, like, the fish tank fandom is, like, very emotional. You know, in my opinion, the way a lot of people are, they're very emotional. And, you know, because of that, like, as soon as they see something they're not, like, 1,000,000% a fan of, they're like, this fucking sucks, Jet, get him out of here, dude, fuck, you know? If you thought it was repetitive, like, all right, that's cool. You know, I'm not mad at you over that. But, like, also, in my defense, it wasn't really 100% for the audience, for one thing. And then for another thing, like, we were working up to things that just did not come to fruition because of, you know, one thing or another thing, you know. I was going to bring in knives, not real knives, but like dummy knives. We were going to do knife training. You know, I had a lot of shit planned that didn't end up coming through because there was just weird little things that happened, and you know, it is what it is. But, you know, give it a chance. Give it a chance is what I'm trying to say, I guess, right? Thank you very much for the love, man. Thank you so much. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.